Hello. In this video, I want to quickly show you that if you are using the iPad, I want to show you how you have to close out of any other apps that you have open before you can successfully use Respondus Lockdown Browser to take your practice online exam or any other future exams in the class. So you can see I have the icon on my iPad for Lockdown Browser. So that is where you're going to go. I'm getting an error message because I'm also trying to screen record. But that is where you're going to go when you are ready to take the practice online exam or the future exams in this class. So once you're in Respondus Lockdown Browser, then you can click on, you can kind of see down here, it's grayed out for me right now, but you would click on the practice online exam to launch it within the Respondus Lockdown Browser. But some students were running into some issues, and thankfully we were able to troubleshoot those issues. So some students were getting to a certain point in Lockdown Browser and then they were getting kicked out. So like the Respondus Lockdown Browser will ask you to do an environment check. It will ask you to show your photo ID, and then it'll try to launch the practice exam. But some students were getting kicked out, and we realized it was because they had other apps previously open on their iPad. So you have to close out of absolutely everything on your iPad before you launch Lockdown Browser to try to take any exams. So for instance, if I click on my Canvas student app, you see how I'm logged in right now. Respondus Lockdown Browser will not let you to continue if you have other apps open, because that's the whole point of Respondus Lockdown Browser. It's so you cannot access anything else while you're taking an exam. So for instance, if you also had your Canvas student app open at the same time, you would need to log out and completely close that app by swiping it off your screen. So literally right now, the only app I have open is the Lockdown Browser. Okay, so for instance, if I had other apps open, like let me just open something else. Let's say I had Hulu open, okay? Let's say I had Hulu open on my screen. So now you can see I have two apps open. I have the Lockdown Browser and I have Hulu open. Well, if I tried to take the exam in Lockdown Browser, it would kick me out because I have Hulu open. So I would need to completely swipe out every app that's open and log out of the Canvas student app before I could go back into my Lockdown Browser and take the exam. So you can only be in Respondus Lockdown Browser, see it right here. You can only be in Respondus Lockdown Browser, and then you can go into our course and you can open up the practice online exam. Again, it's going to give me an error message because I'm screen recording, but that is the only app that you can have open. I hope this is helpful to you. If you run into any problems, please utilize the Thunderbird tech support over there on the left, or you can also visit the Help Center once you're in Thunderbird tech support. If they can't help you, they can help you connect to someone else in the Help Center. But the issue should be resolved if you just close out all of your other apps.